it is the time to have the insight, have the profound knowledge, to have a profound teaching from Rambabu sir. Rambabu sir, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining today. Today's topic I have chose, the topic is evolve your English. Evolve means here nothing but how to improve, how to accelerate our language, how to enhance our language, which is the best strategy. So what the important things we have to concentrate before reaching. See, and everybody may have a goal. So it's very usual, it's very common, but very less number of the people they reach their goal, even though they putting their all kinds of efforts. So that is the most important. See here, and I would like to share my strategy or my method now here. And if you take the 3 different words, and it's not the 3 different words, and it includes our best strategy. So desire, directs, destiny. See here, the desire is the seed, and destiny is whatever we use, whatever components we use. For example, if you want to prepare or if you want to make any dish, and we know the recipe, we know the ingredients which we have to use, and finally, and after knowing or after collecting all the ingredients, after knowing the recipe, what is first and what is second, the order of the recipe, then only we can cook here. And the desire is a seed, and whatever ingredients we have to pluck or we have to collect, those are the directions, and finally we can cook with to reach our destiny. So, and what is the desire meant by? See here, most of the people, they get confused while they're using wish and want. Wish and want. See here, and it's wish and want, these two are the initial stages. Wish and want are the initial stages. After the following time, after some time, the wish changes as a desire, the want changes as a need. The wish, it would be as a desire at the beginning. After some time, after you knew the taste of the desire, automatically it changes as a need. See, and most of the people, they start the desires, they start the goal to reach, but very less number of the people, they stand till the end. So it means some people, they are taking whatever goals they are setting, some people they are taking as a desire, and very few people, they are treating that as a necessity or a need. That is why those people only are attaining or are reaching the goal. See here, if we talk about wish is a temporary, or wish is unreal, and wish is dreamy. So whether we may reach or not, so that is the wish, but need is not like that. Need is, it's a kind of a duty, and it's a life, and it's a real. See, for example, if I want to say one example, see, I need money. So I need money. So I need money. I wish to have some money. So it's a wish, but I want a house to live. See here, house is the need and money is the wish. So, and at the same way, for example, if we talk about any poor student, or if we take the 2 examples, one boy come from a rich family and one boy come from a very poor family. Which boy comes from the poor family, he always search for his needs, not for his wish or his desires. Okay, so here, whatever important, without that we can't live, we can't survive. So that is called need. Whoever he is, but who feels learning English is a kind of need, they only can reach their goal, whatever hurdles they face. See, I would like to ask a question here, and how many of you are treating learning English is a need nowadays? It's my question.
Yes, Rambabu sir. It depends on the individual actually. Sometimes it's need, sometimes it's compassion, or sometimes it's a compulsion, sometimes it's different the other. Okay, so really we can't define in a one spec, I can say. So many people, many views are there, I think so.
Yeah, okay, nice. According to my opinion, learning English is a kind of need nowadays. See, and why I'm telling like this, so it's not a compulsion, but I have two daughters, and I sent my two daughters to school, and I always try to give the best education to my daughters. And what generally I expect from my daughters after all their education? See, my daughter want to get a good job. My daughter want to get the fairy life, and she want to settle in the best life. She want to live the best life. We need not to ask everybody want to treat this learning English as a need, but one who has such kind of desire, one who has settled such kind of goal, they only want to treat as a need. See, I have taken in that context only. What kind of ingredients we have to follow if you want to reach our need? What is our need right now? According to this lesson, I want to become as a best public speaker. I want to become as a good communicator. I want to speak English. I want to speak fluent English. If you want to reach the goal, we have to maintain such kind of things. So otherwise, it's not possible. The first one is these 6 directions, whichever we have to follow. The first one is pronunciation. The second one is intonation, and the third one is stress and vocabulary, grammar, and the 6th one is collaboration. These 6 things we have to concentrate on these 6 things. First one is pronunciation. Pronounce is a verb. See here, what is pronounce here? And it makes a sound of a word. See, but what is pronunciation is a way of pronouncing the word or sentence, but pronounce is a verb and it makes a sound of a particular word. Here, and there are important terms which we have to concentrate while we pronouncing or while we concentrating on the pronunciation. See, those important terms are the accent. We know, and if we call upon to the screen our Coach Sandra ma'am, and there may be a drastic difference between my pronunciation or my accent and Coach Sandra ma'am accent, as well as Coach Yuri ma'am accents. See, there are many different accents. Accent meant is nothing but unique, a speech pattern. So most of the people, I want to speak like native speakers, I want to imitate that person, I want to follow him. So it's absolutely correct. But my suggestion is, it is better to hold your own accent by imitating the less person, whoever you love or whoever you wish to imitate. So, and the accent. The next one is articulation and alveolar and auditory and bilabial or dialect, glide, syllable. See here, syllable plays a wonderful role in the pronunciation. See, syllable means and a single unit of sound. For example, I have taken here one example, that is a coffee. See here, and C-O-F-F-E-E. Here, it's a 2-syllable word. The next one is a pronunciation here. Spelling and pronunciation are not same, and that is why all our linguists tell this statement: English is not a phonetic language. English is not phonetic language. See, for example, if you take one letter C, the C can give 3 different sounds. The letter C consonant can give 3 different sounds. For example, C is a church. At the same C, cake. At the same C, city. See, for example, if the English is a phonetic language and it wants to stand 101% on that particular rule. So that is why, and English is not a phonetic language, but we have to practice the rules, and we can concentrate, we can get the kind of a good command over the language by only the practice. And here my tips are, if you want to improve the pronunciation, the first tip is we have to learn to listen. Listen to learn is a good exercise. Good exercise. So most of the people, they are not understand the language, they are not understand the accent, because they won't put the attention in learning whatever the opponent is speaking, whatever the opponent is announcing. So, and learn to listen. If we are the best listeners, so definitely we can understand whatever accent it is. So that is why there is a statement, a good listeners are the great speakers or the great learners. So, and the next one is and record yourself. Many people, they are not following this kind of the best tool. See, if I text any message, if I see any message on any platform and I reply by texting the same way, but most of the people, they show interest to record their voice. See, recording our voice and listening our voice by themselves is the best practice or best tool to improve your pronunciation. And know about IPA, and we all know that the acronym of IPA. Can any help? What is the full form of IPA? I'm not going very deep in that. So IPA.
International Phonetic.
So International Phonetic Alphabet is the IPA. Okay, and we have just 26 letters in language in English, and those 26 letters can give 44 different sounds. I'm not going in deep in that because it's not the class to talk about phonetics. See, and the next one is use dictionary, and most of the people, they just refer the word, whatever word they want to search, but there is much to learn from the dictionary. See, and the dictionary after or the next to the word, we may find the phonetic transcription. So according to the phonetics transcription, that's transcription printed according to the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. So whenever we concentrate the 44 different monophthongs, diphthongs, or vowel sounds or consonant sounds, so definitely we can easily speak as a native language according to IPA. So that is the importance of IPA. We have to know it. And the next one is pay attention on your tongue or lips. And most of the times whenever I meet the native speakers, and I won't concentrate on their face, I definitely concentrate on their lips or on their mouth. See, and I learned 2 different words from Sandra ma'am from her class, and till up to her class, I was using the pronunciation of the word opportunity. So it's mostly we pronounce it opportunity, but from that class I learned opportunity is the pronunciation. See here, and from native speakers we call, and it's my mouth. See, the native speakers, they pronounce that mouth is mouth. See, and whenever we pay attention or on the tongue or lips, definitely, and we can learn, we can improve our pronunciation definitely. So, and the next important tool, ingredient is intonation. So intonation also plays a wonderful role. So intonation is nothing but intonation is melody or music of a language. See, and it refers to the way your voice rises and falls when you speak. See, and I have taken here just one example. So one statement and question tag. See here, and while I'm taking class and outside it is raining. So it is raining easier, and fall intonation, it comes under fall intonation, and isn't it? See, some of the people and most of even the teachers also, they don't show the difference between the statement and the question while they're pronouncing. So for example, what is your name? What's your name? If I won't ask like this, what's your name? So are both same? No. See, and in that particular place, so definitely intonation plays the best role. See here, and it is raining. See, for example, if we concentrate from, there are 3 different words, and in this statement, in these 3 different words, from it is raining. So the sound is going down or flowing down, but in the same way, isn't it? So it is going up. So this is a rising intonation. And the next one is, if you talk about key words or key terms or the intonation are importantly 2. The first one is pitch, and the second one is chucking. See, I learned this strategy also from Coach Sandra and Sarah class. And whenever they pronouncing the word, they make some parts or they make some chunks in that word according to a syllable. So it's the best idea to, and if we make parts or if we make chunks any word, either a 4-syllable word or 5-syllabic word, and we can easily remember the spelling as well as we can pronounce the word very effectively. For example, see here, pitch is highness or lowness of a tone. See, its pitch is automatically changes from one person to another person. For example, and I have taken here my best favorite song from Titanic song, but I am not the best singer. But ma'am, Sandra ma'am, are you there? Sandra ma'am? Hello?
I'm here, yes.
Yes, and can you sing? I'll follow with you that Titanic.
I can never remember how the Titanic song goes, but I do remember Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Oh. Okay, can you please?
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Yes, you
Is that
have.
what you're looking at for the phrasing and so on?
Yes. See here, and while Sandra ma'am singing that song, there are in the tone ups and downs. There is a rising intonation and the falling intonation. So the two different intonations are there. But if I sing the same song, I can't like Sandra ma'am. I can sing in my pitch, in my tone. So that is the important role of intonation, or the important term of pitch. In the same way, and chunking, or divide our speech into parts or chunk. Here, I have taken one statement, one sentence I have made as 3 different chunks. For example, if you want to learn English, it's better to follow sharEvery, which is helpful to attain your goal. See, this is a statement, this is a sentence, but this sentence, if you want to read as a model reading or as a classical way to read, you have to make 3 different chunks. See, and if you want to learn English, it's better to follow sharEvery, which is helpful to attain your goal. See, and it's very easy to read. It's very easy to read, as well as the listener also attracts automatically your style of reading. So, and these are the important 2 terms which comes under intonation. These 2 are pitch and chunking. And the next one is, and how many types of intonations are there? There are many types of intonations, but the basic types are 3. Those 3 are rise intonation, fall intonation, rise fall intonation, or fall rise intonation. For example, see here, according to linguists, there are many intonations: high fall, low fall, high rise, low rise, mid-level rise. There are many, but 3 basic intonations are the rise. See, it complicated or express various emotions. Most of the rise intonation and all kind of emotional words come under this rise intonation. For example, such as surprise. And for example, if I see any thing and automatically I make some different sound, oh, yes, it's a kind of a surprise. See, automatically it comes under rise intonation. And the doubt, interest, and politeness, lack of confidence. See, when we have lack of confidence, even though we give the best performance, and if anyone asks, if we do not have such kind of confidence on our performance, automatically we shout. How? With loud sound. So that lack of confidence also. See, and most of the majority of the emotions come under rise intonation as similarly, and it's most common and no change from person to person, the fall intonation such as agree, disagree, obey, disobey, or answering to the question. So almost these all agree or disagree, obey, disobey, or answering or responding. So these all kind of responses come under and fall intonation. And fall rise intonation means some like Coach Sandra ma'am has sung a song just now. See, in her singing, there are ups and downs. There are rises and falls. See here, for example, and there is an example, would be nice. Here, 3 different words are in this phrase, and would be nice. See here, nice is the rise intonation, but whereas these two different words, would and be, or fall intonation. And here, and one more interesting here at the middle of state example, private enterprise. It's a common reading. Here, according to intonation, private. And the next one is enterprise. See here, enter is fall intonation, price is the rise intonation. So here, and likewise, and we want to concentrate these three different types of intonations if you want to become as a best communicator. After pronunciation, the next important ingredient is intonation. And the next one is stress. And there is a similarity between the intonation and the stress. But here we want to know one significant point, that is, and stress is nothing but emphasis the word or the syllable. Emphasis or means we put some strong or stress force over that word or over that letter in that particular point. See here, I have mentioned here one example, that a stress word is insert. So insert, the word insert we may use as a verb as well as we may use as a noun. But here, when we use as a verb insert, according to IPA, see the last insert. See, we have to start the stress from S there. In is the fall intonation. From S, we have to start the raise intonation, insert. Whereas if we take the same word as a noun and the stress want to begin from the beginning, insert. But where we take the same word as a verb, insert. See, and this is the important role that plays by stress. So the next one is, and here 4 different rules are there while we following the stress. See here, the first rule is, and when we take the 2 syllable words, and if those words comes under nouns, and for example, climate. See here, it's a climate. Those 2 are 2 different syllables, but when we take the 2 syllable words from nouns, the first syllable come under a rise stress and the second syllable come under a fall stress. So here the stress begins from the first syllable, and in nouns when we take a 2 syllable word from nouns. In the same way, and the same rule follows to the adjectives too. See, and spacious. See here, spacious. See here, and in this 2 syllable word, and spay, and the first syllable only puts the stress, and we have to give some force over that first syllable, and the second syllable would be as a normal, the fall intonation. See here, these are the 4 different rules are there which plays a good or vital role while we concentrating or while we learning the difference between intonation and the stress. See, and this is the 3rd component which we have to concentrate if you want to cook the yummy food to become as a best communicator, a best public speaker. And the next one is, this is the word stress, and here some different words are there, and which the stress were from the beginning. Next, and sentence stress is also there. See, for example, I have taken here one example. She bought a new car. See here, she bought. See, that stress begins from B in the word bought, at the same way, and from C in the word car. See, and according to, if I know the rule of stress intonation or stress of a sentence, I may read like this: she bought a new car. Yes, if I don't know that style of that important thing of the stress, importance of the stress, importance, automatically I read she bought a new car. So there is no change in that particular word. So this is the importance of stress. And the next one is vocabulary. I'm not going deep into the vocabulary. I would like to give some tips to build your vocabulary and being as a second language learner. The first tip is, the more you read, the more words you learn. See, reading is the best practice if you want to improve your vocabulary. And the second one is, keep your handy dictionary or thesaurus. See, most of the people, they don't know the difference between dictionary and the thesaurus. Can you hear me?
dictionary, you look up the definition. The thesaurus, you look up words that can be inserted in some. So it makes your talk more interesting because you can use other words that are
Yes.
able to be substituted.
Yes. Thank you. See, and dictionary is a word search engine, dictionary. But thesaurus is not like a dictionary, and we may find contextual wise. For example, if we take a beauty, and we can search and the beauty synonyms as well as antonyms. See, it's a kind of a separate book to help the word building or word building. So thesaurus. See, and dictionary and thesaurus both are not same. And the next one is, the third tip is learn words context wise. For example, if you take the word build, see, if you want to build our vocabulary, if you want to build our whatever it is, not construction. So build means it's a construct anything. See, if not take in that contextual, or if you take the build means to set up something, to develop something, to improve something. See, likewise, if you go by the context, through the context base, while you segregating the words, so definitely it helps you a lot to improve your vocabulary. And the next one is learn words topic wise. For example, and vehicle names or sport names, vegetable names or animal names or flowers. So like that, if you learn the words topic wise, it would be easy to understand as well as to learn spellings as well as to remember the words. So, and the fifth one is play some word games. There are many puzzles, and we have to play such kind of missing letters or across or vertical or diagonal. There are different word puzzle games are there. If we play, and we can improve our vocabulary. And there is one more, final one is there. Practice whatever words you learn, and this is the most important tip which I would suggest to all the learners. See, most of the people, I'd like to say one example. See, when we conducted conference calls, the first time I heard and learned one word, that is procrastination. Before that conference call, I didn't know that. But I now, after taking part in that particular session, I never forget in my life that particular word, procrastination. See, for example, whenever I get the chance, whenever I get the space to use, automatically I use that word instead of put off, instead of postponing. See, and whatever word you learn, and you have to keep that word in practice. So this is the best tip to improve your vocabulary. So these are my tips which I follow. And the next one is grammar. See, and as we all know, grammar is nothing but a structure of language. So structure of a language, there are two different grammar. Descriptive grammar means nowadays the rules are not following by all the people, or it's a modern grammar, modern linguistics or follow this descriptive grammar. For example, and as Prasad sir mentioned, and I think Shiva Prakash asked the same doubt, when I want to use will and shall in the future tense. But nowadays, and they are using ignoringly that rule. So they are using as their availability, as their wish, will or shall. But there is a strict rule. After will, after first person I and we have to use and shall, and rest of all the subjects we have to use will. But nowadays we are using the tradition or modern linguists are using wherever they want. And the prescriptive grammar means it follows. For example, I would like to mention here the best example. For example, if I face any problem, or if I meet the doctor diagnosed me, and doctor gives some prescription, and he suggested me when I want to take this particular medicine, or what kind of food I want to take, and he guide me everything. So I want to follow if I want to get rid of my problem. But that kind of traditional or that kind of accuracy, we have to maintain a prescriptive grammar. They always stood on the rules and regulations, the prescriptive grammars, those who type of linguists follow the prescriptive grammar. Next, and the final one is and collaboration. See, and tomorrow definitely I'll forward the entire PPT in our group, and you can go through it. And after all this, and this is the destiny, and which we have to follow if you want to cook the beautiful or tasty yummy. The first one is we have to set goal, or we have to learn every day. Setting goals means, and it is better to set the long-term goals. It's better to set the short-term goals and learn every day. See, after setting the goal, you have to learn. You have to spare some time on what you are learning or how you are learning. These two also plays important role. And use perfect method is also important role. And surround with learning community is also the best component if you want to come close to our destiny. And get speaking practice. And the final one is speaking by speaking. See, and most of the people, they join in the meeting, whenever they get the turn, they won't on their mic, they won't reply by speaking. So, and whenever you join in the meeting, you have to reply by speaking only. And this is then only we can achieve that. Thank you and everyone for listening patiently my short presentation. And over to you, sir.
Sir, thank you for bestowing us such a great session, and you have squeezed yourself, right? One word I can say, you have squeezed yourself. Whatever you have strived till now, right? You have squeezed your all knowledge in a particular PPT. Really, it's a great attainment for us being a aspirant. Being that kind of aspirant that we want to improve ourselves regarding communication. So thank you very much.